In the early morning, sunlight streamed into the room through the window. Lu Yang slowly sat up from the bed. Ouch, my head hurts so much. Lu Yang felt dizzy and lightheaded, as if a 1,000-pound weight was pressing down on his head. He only remembered drinking with his classmates yesterday and then I blacked out. Marriage certificate. Lu Yang had just regained some consciousness when he noticed a small red notebook in his hand. The words, marriage certificate, are clearly written on it. No. What the heck? Lu Yang was stunned. Upon opening it, he discovered that it contained the names of two people. One is mine. One is the woman's. That is, his wife in name only. Li Shishue. Lu Yang was dumbfounded. He was certain that he did not know this woman at all. How did I end up marrying a girl I didn't even know? At this time, a mechanical voice rang in his mind. Ding. The life restart system is activating for you. At 21, you've just graduated and landed a job as a programmer, working 996, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week, every day. At 25, you finally saved your first 200,000 yuan through frugal living. Through a family matchmaking arrangement, you married a woman, and the entire 200,000 yuan you saved served as the bride price. At 26, you discussed it with your family, and, together with the savings of 3 generations, took out a loan to buy a house. At 35, you were laid off due to company downsizing. As the head of the household, you were forced to work as a food delivery driver to support your family and pay the mortgage. At 41, you became the top-selling delivery driver on the platform, but a traffic accident injured your leg, making it impossible for you to continue delivering food. Without your breadwinner, your house was eventually auctioned off, and your wife chose to divorce you. Life reboot system successfully activated. Do you have the courage to start your life over? Starting my life over. System, are you out of your mind? My life has only just begun. Looking at this series of prompts, Lu Yang couldn't help but curse as well. He's only 20 this year and still in college. This stupid system immediately made itself appear to be 41 years old. A difference of a full 21 years. No, system, are you sure you've got the time wrong? Don't underestimate a middle-aged man's potential, huh? Faced with Lu Yang's complaints, the system completely ignored him. Does the host have the courage to start your life anew and achieve a comeback? He had no other choice at this point. Lu Yang took a deep breath and then said, yes. He had read online novels before, and the system represented a cheat code. The protagonists in novels often rely on cheat codes to reach the pinnacle of life. Although the system I awakened is a bit abnormal. Ding. Your failed marriage has taught you a profound lesson. Having learned your lesson, you've decided to pick yourself up and start a new chapter in your life. Task issued. For the sake of your happiness for the rest of your life, please marry the girl you love. Lu Yang was slightly taken aback. Marry? Where will they get married for the time being? Besides, I'm still in college. Moreover, my parents are quite conservative. If they found out I was dating, they would probably break my legs. Lu Yang suddenly remembered something, picked up his marriage certificate, and placed it in front of the system. Does this count? Ding. Mission complete. Reward, 1,000 yuan. No, system, are you serious? Lu Yang was even more bewildered. At first, he thought the marriage certificate was a prank. Now that the system has acknowledged it, does this mean the marriage certificate is genuine? Hotel room 405. Thump thump thump. A knock came at the door. Mr. Li, are you inside? Inside the room, a woman sat blankly on the bed. She had long, flowing hair, delicate features, and a pair of alluring eyes that naturally carried a hint of coldness. She did not respond to the knocking on the door. Her name is Li Shishue. Yesterday, because of family troubles, I drank alone in a hotel. When I woke up, I found that I had a marriage certificate in my hand. Lu Yang. Looking at the name on the marriage certificate, Li Shishue tried hard to recall what happened last night, but she just couldn't remember. All she knew was that she blacked out after drinking. Then she suddenly found herself with a marriage certificate. And she even married a guy she didn't know at all. Just then, a voice came from outside the door again. President Lee, there is an important meeting today, and we need your presence in person. Okay. Lee Shishua said impatiently. Important? Are my life's most important events more important than this? She, a female CEO with a net worth of billions, actually got a marriage certificate with a man she didn't even know. If this gets out, what will happen? Your account number ending in 1234 received 1,000 yuan on date. After completing the system task, Lu Yang also received a message very quickly. In addition, Lu Yang also discovered that there was an extra caller in his contacts. This is her phone number. Lu Yang opened his phone's contact list. One of the incoming calls was even saved as wife. It's clear that the two exchanged contact information last night. Ding. Task issued. Couples should communicate to improve their relationship. Please talk to your wife more. Looking at the mission prompt, Lu Yang hesitated. He hesitated whether to call and speak to the other party. But if he calls, what should he say? After all, the two didn't know each other at all. Ring ring. Just then, his phone rang. It's Lee Shishua. The other side attacked first. Lu Yang quickly connected the call. A very pleasant, mature female voice rang out. You are Lu Yang. I am. Even though he knew who the other person was, Lu Yang still subconsciously asked, who are you? Lee Shishua. A brief silence fell between the two sides. Are you free to come out now? Good. Lu Yang nodded in agreement. That's perfect. He also wanted to find out what was going on. The two sides met soon after. Actually, the distance wasn't far. Lu Yang was in room 404, and Lee Shishua was in the next room, 405. Suddenly, a classically beautiful oval face came into Lu Yang's view. She is about 1.7 meters tall, with a beauty mark under her clear right eye, and has a cool and aloof temperament with a touch of domineering. Although there is a photo on the marriage certificate, seeing the person in person is obviously much more stunning than the photo. The atmosphere was somewhat awkward when the two met. For a moment, I didn't know what to say. Lu Yang scratched his head and said first, Sister, I'm sorry, yesterday I drank too much and blacked out. The marriage certificate specifies the ages of both parties. Lee Shishua is 28 years old, 8 years older than me. So it's perfectly fine to call her sister. Lee Shishua is 8 years older than him, but she shows no signs of aging. On the contrary, she is now at the most charming age for a woman and looks more like a mature and sophisticated woman. Lu Yang took a deep breath. How about we get a divorce?
Inside a luxurious hotel suite, a handsome young man with messy black hair calmly tells elegant female CEO he wants a divorce. She has long silky black hair, striking blue eyes, and wears a sophisticated white business dress. Morning sunlight streams through floor-to-ceiling windows, creating warm, golden lighting. Outside the Civil Affairs Bureau, the young couple stands together after learning they cannot divorce immediately. The CEO looks amused while the young man appears frustrated. The beautiful CEO smiles gently while asking her accidental husband to pretend to be her husband before her parents. She tucks a strand of black hair behind her ear as they stand beneath green trees outside the government building. The young man jokingly crosses his arms with a confident grin while the elegant CEO rolls her eyes, secretly smiling. Their playful chemistry fills the scene as the evening sunlight creates a warm, romantic glow around them. The young man happily watches the graceful CEO walk away down a modern city sidewalk, while glowing golden system notifications float in front of him reading, "Mission complete and reward 1,000 yuan." A lively hotel parking lot is filled with young graduates laughing together. Lu Yang meets his cheerful best friend while classmates gather around parked cars under a bright blue sky. A beautiful college girl wearing a pure white dress and holding a bouquet glares at Lu Yang after overhearing his words. Lu Yang remains calm while his nervous best friend stands between them. handsome college student with messy black hair grins to himself while glowing golden system notifications float before his eyes, reading "Mission complete" and "Reward 1,000 yuan." Morning sunlight illuminates the hotel parking area as his cheerful best friend watches him with a confused expression. Outside a modern hotel, a smug young man leans from an aging BMW, offering a ride while Lu Yang confidently stands beside his small electric scooter with a relaxed smile. Exhaust smoke drifts through the air as his best friend coughs dramatically. A luxurious pink Porsche glides out of a hotel entrance, drawing everyone's attention. Through the window sits an elegant woman with long flowing black hair and graceful features, partially hidden as sunlight reflects off the glass. 4 core college roommates relax inside a cozy university dorm room. One passionately argues through a gaming headset. Another laughs while scrolling videos. Wang Hao jokes with Lu Yang, who collapses onto his bed, smiling to himself. Lu Yang and his roommates gather around a smartphone displaying a class group chat filled with rumors. Lu Yang looks amused while his friends' friends stare in surprise. Lu Yang smiles knowingly as his 3 roommates laugh after he jokingly says he got married. Unknown to them, a faint golden marriage certificate silhouette and glowing system notification shimmer behind him, hinting at his secret. Inside the dorm room, glowing golden system text announcing a new mission floats before Lu Yang's eyes. He suddenly sits upright with an excited smile, while his 3 roommates look at him in confusion. If you have more, paste them, and I'll strip out the prompts and headings the same way. Inside a cozy university dorm room, Lu Yang confidently smiles as he announces he's treating his 3 roommates to a meal. Wang Hao jumps up excitedly, Xu Guangkun clasps his hands dramatically in gratitude, and Li Yunbin looks shocked while sitting at his gaming desk. 4 college roommates ride 2 small electric scooters through a lively street near campus filled with restaurants, colourful shop signs, and students walking along the sidewalks. Lu Yang leads confidently, while his friends chat excitedly behind him. Lu Yang confidently points toward the most luxurious restaurant on the commercial street, while his 3 roommates stare in disbelief at the elegant entrance with golden decorations and large glass windows. Their expressions mix shock and confusion. Inside an elegant luxury restaurant, 2 rows of beautiful hostesses in traditional qipaos bow gracefully to welcome Lu Yang and his 3 stunned roommates. The roommates awkwardly bow back with embarrassed smiles while crystal chandeliers glow overhead. The 4 roommates sit at a luxurious booth by a large window, staring wide-eyed at an expensive menu. Xu Guangkun's jaw drops. Li Yunbin trembles while holding the menu. Wang Hao nervously whispers to Lu Yang, and Lu Yang remains completely calm. Lu Yang confidently orders several expensive dishes from a respectful waiter, while his 3 roommates sit frozen in complete disbelief. The 3 roommates lean toward Lu Yang with worried expressions, believing he may have borrowed money, while Lu Yang smiles reassuringly at them. Lu Yang casually explains he earned the money as a gaming companion, while Xu Guangkun's eyes sparkle with excitement as he jokingly asks to be introduced to the rich client. Wang Hao and Li Yunbin laugh beside him. An elegant restaurant table overflows with wagyu steak, sashimi platters, black truffle braised pork, fishmore chicken soup, and fresh fruit juice. The 3 roommates eagerly dinner the luxurious meal with amazed expressions, while Lu Yang smiles proudly across the table. Xu Guangkun points his chopsticks toward Lu Yang with a suspicious grin after taking a huge bite of braised pork, while Wang Hao and Li Yunbin pause mid-meal to stare curiously at him. Lu Yang smiles knowingly across the table. Lu Yang smiles with quiet satisfaction while sitting at a luxurious restaurant table, as glowing golden system notifications float before him, reading "Mission complete" and "Reward 10,000 yuan." His 3 roommates excitedly look at him with loyal expressions. Xu Guangkun, Wang Hao, and Li Yunbin lean dramatically toward Lu Yang with exaggerated loyal expressions, as if awaiting orders from their leader, while Lu Yang laughs helplessly and gestures for them to keep eating. The entrance of an elegant luxury restaurant as Yuan Shangrong walks in, confidently beside Wang Ziying and several college classmates. Wang Hao notices them first and points toward the entrance, while Lu Yang calmly continues eating at the nearby table. Yuan Shangrong stands beside Lu Yang's table in disbelief as he stares at an extravagant feast of Wagyu steak, sashimi platters, black truffle braised pork, fish maw chicken soup, and fresh fruit juice. Lu Yang calmly eats abalone without looking up, while classmates stare in amazement. Wang Ziying quietly stares at Lu Yang across the restaurant with a conflicted expression as memories of his past devotion contrast with the lavish feast before her. Lu Yang ignores her completely while laughing with his roommates. Lu Yang calmly wipes his mouth before looking directly at Wang Ziying with a confident smile as she stands frozen in shock, her cheeks turning red from embarrassment. The restaurant falls silent around them while his roommates watch proudly. Li Yunbin adjusts his glasses with a serious expression, while Xu Guangkun points his chopsticks with a mouthful of food, jokingly asking if Wang Ziying is selling gym memberships. Wang Ziying looks furious and embarrassed, while Lu Yang remains relaxed. Yuan Shangrong proudly orders the restaurant's most expensive private room, while a graceful waitress in a qipao politely informs him of the 5,000 yuan minimum spend. His confident smile instantly becomes strained as sweat forms on his forehead, while classmates watch nervously behind him. Yuan Shangrong forces a confident smile as he grits his teeth and agrees to book the luxurious private room, despite clearly regretting the decision. Wang Ziying watches beside him while the elegant waitress gestures toward the private dining area. Lu Yang sits alone for a moment after the confrontation, smiling as his smartphone lights up with a message from Li Shishui saying she will arrive in 5 minutes. His roommates continue enjoying the feast in the background. Lu Yang sits at a luxurious restaurant table with his 3 roommates, quietly putting away his smartphone after receiving a message. He takes a sip of fresh fruit juice with a thoughtful expression, while Wang Hao, Xu Guangkun, and Li Yunbin curiously question him. Xu Guangkun excitedly leans across the restaurant table, enthusiastically asking Lu Yang to introduce him to the wealthy gaming companion, while Li Yunbin adjusts his glasses with a skeptical look and Wang Hao laughs. Inside an elegant private dining room, Wang Ziying sits quietly, staring at her phone with a conflicted expression, lost in thought about Lu Yang's sudden change. Yuan Shangrong sits beside her, pretending to enjoy expensive wine, while several classmates secretly exchange amused glances. Outside the luxurious restaurant, a stunning pink Porsche Panamera pulls into the VIP parking space as restaurant guests stop to admire it. The polished luxury car gleams beneath the afternoon sunlight. Li Shishui gracefully steps out of the pink Porsche, wearing a fitted black business skirt suit, white silk blouse, black red-bottom high heels, designer sunglasses, and long flowing black hair. She radiates confidence, elegance, and CEO authority as the restaurant hostess respectfully rushes to greet her. Li Shishui removes her sunglasses and confidently walks through the elegant restaurant with long, graceful strides, her high heels clicking across the polished wooden floor. Every customer and employee watches in stunned silence as she heads directly toward Lu Yang's table. Li Shui stands beside Lu Yang's table, asking if he has finished eating, while Wang Hao drops a crab leg in shock. Li Yunbin freezes while adjusting his glasses, and Xu Guangkun drops the toothpick from his mouth. Lu Yang calmly smiles as if nothing unusual has happened. Li Shishui reaches into her designer handbag to pay with a luxurious black and gold bank card, but Lu Yang gently stops her before confidently paying the restaurant bill himself using his phone. She watches him with quiet approval, while the 3 roommates stare in amazement. Yuan Shangrong, Wang Ziying, and several classmates emerge from the private dining room expecting to see Lu Yang embarrassed, but instead freeze in disbelief as they see the breathtakingly beautiful Li Shishui standing beside him outside the restaurant entrance. Wang Ziying quietly compares herself to Li Shishui, looking down at her own simple shoes before glancing at Li Shishui's elegant red-tom high heels. Li Shishui stands confidently beside Lu Yang with effortless elegance, while Wang Ziying's confidence visibly fades. Yuan Shangrong arrogantly accuses Lu Yang of trying to leave without paying, only for the restaurant receptionist to politely announce that Lu Yang has already paid the full bill. Yuan Shangrong stands frozen in disbelief while Li Shishui calmly puts on her sunglasses, barely acknowledging him before turning to Lu Yang and asking, "Your friend?" Lu Yang smiles faintly as everyone watches in stunned silence. Outside the elegant restaurant entrance, Yuan Shangrong eagerly reaches out his hand to introduce himself to Li Shixue, but she looks at him with a calm, slightly disgusted expression and completely ignores the handshake while turning to ask Lu Yang, "Your friend?" Lu Yang casually replies that they're only classmates. Li Shixue gracefully turns away from Yuan Shangrong without another glance and confidently walks toward the restaurant exit while Lu Yang follows beside her. Yuan Shangrong stands frozen with his hand still extended as Wang Ziying and the other classmates watch in stunned silence. Outside the luxury restaurant, Li Shixue walks toward her stunning pink Porsche Panamera, parked in the VIP parking space as the afternoon sunlight reflects off the polished luxury car. Lu Yang and everyone else stare in surprise, while Wang Hao points at the car with his mouth hanging open in disbelief. Wang Hao excitedly explains the value of the top-spec Porsche Panamera, while Xu Guangkun, Li Yunbin, Wang Ziying, Yuan Shangrong, and several classmates stare at the luxury car with wide eyes and shocked expressions. The elegant Porsche dominates the foreground. Lu Yang sits in the passenger seat beside Li Shixue. As she confidently drives the pink Porsche Panamera away from the restaurant, while Wang Hao, Wang Ziying, Yuan Shangrong, and the classmates watch the luxury car disappear down the street in complete disbelief. Wang Ziying stands quietly outside the restaurant entrance, watching the pink Porsche disappear into the distance as a gentle breeze blows through her hair and white dress. Her expression is filled with regret, disbelief and quiet frustration, while everyone else slowly walks away behind her. Inside the luxurious Porsche Panamera, Lu Yang sits comfortably in the passenger seat while Li Shixue calmly drives through the city. She casually tells him the car costs over 3 million yuan, leaving him staring at her in complete shock. The Porsche waits at a red traffic light as Li Shixue turns toward Lu Yang with a serious, searching expression, testing whether he regrets asking for a divorce after seeing her wealth. Lu Yang leans back confidently, smiling as he calmly insists they will divorce when the waiting period ends. Inside the moving Porsche, glowing golden system notifications appear before Lu Yang announcing a new mission to buy a creative gift for his mother-in-law. Lu Yang smiles with excitement while Li Shixue drives beside him, unaware of the magical system hovering before him. Li Shixue and Lu Yang walk side by side through a luxurious shopping mall filled with elegant lighting and upscale boutiques. Li Shixue confidently leads the way in her stylish black business suit and red-bottom high heels, while Lu Yang follows, looking around curiously. At an elegant nutritional supplement counter filled with beautifully packaged bird's nest and cordyceps gift boxes, Li Shixue reaches for her phone to pay, while Lu Yang gently stops her, confidently explaining that the gifts are too ordinary and lack sincerity. Li Shixue looks at him with surprised curiosity for the first time. Lu Yang confidently walks ahead carrying a large cardboard box, while Li Shixue follows behind with crossed arms and a skeptical expression. Lu Yang proudly stands outside a small appliance store holding a large cardboard box labelled fully automatic heated blood circulating foot bath. Li Shixue stares at the box in complete disbelief, one hand pressed against her forehead while struggling to understand his choice. Lu Yang enthusiastically explains why the foot bath is a thoughtful gift while gently patting the box. Li Shixue folds her arms with an elegant but frustrated expression, her cheeks showing the slightest hint of embarrassment as she secretly begins questioning her own judgment. The pink Porsche Panamera drives through an upscale city district at sunset. Inside the luxurious cabin, Li Shixue focuses on the road while Lu Yang carefully steadies the oversized gift box in the passenger seat. The pink Porsche arrives before a magnificent 3-story luxury villa surrounded by beautiful gardens, elegant fountains, colourful flowers, and a sparkling private swimming pool. Lu Yang steps out carrying the oversized gift while looking around in amazement. Standing outside the elegant villa entrance, Li Shixue blushes slightly while quietly telling Lu Yang to call her Xiaoshui in front of her parents. Lu Yang smiles warmly, teasing her just enough to make her flustered while she tries to maintain her icy composure. The grand villa doors open to reveal Li Guoqing and Song Chulan inside a luxurious living room beneath an elegant crystal chandelier. Lu Yang politely greets them while holding the large gift box. Anne Solan's face immediately brightens with excitement upon seeing her daughter bring home a young man for the first time. Lu Yang presents the automatic heated foot bath to Song Chulan with a sincere smile while explaining how it will help soothe tired feet after wearing high heels. Li Shishui discreetly turns away, convinced the moment will become awkward, while both parents listen with growing interest. Song Chulan beams with genuine happiness as she lovingly holds the footbath gift, delighted by its practicality and thoughtfulness. Li Guoqing nods with quiet approval while Li Shishui stands nearby frozen in complete surprise after realizing Lu Yang's unusual gift was exactly what her mother wanted. Lu Yang smiles to himself as glowing golden system notifications appear before him announcing mission complete and reward 5,000 yuan. In the background, Song Chulan happily chats about the thoughtful gift while Li Shishui secretly glances toward Lu Yang with newfound curiosity and quiet admiration. Lu Yang sits respectfully on an elegant sofa beside Song Chulan, while Li Guoqing, wearing gold-rimmed glasses, studies him with a calm but authoritative expression after learning he is only 20 years old and still a university student. Li Shishui watches quietly from across the room, sensing the beginning of an important test. Song Chulan warmly holds Lu Yang's hands with a joyful smile, happily treating him like her future son-in-law, while Li Guoqing watches from the sofa with a thoughtful, skeptical expression. Li Shishui sits nearby, looking both embarrassed and surprised. Lu Yang smiles confidently, while calmly telling Li Guoqing that fate brought him and Li Shishui together. Li Guoqing adjusts his gold-rimmed glasses, momentarily speechless, while Song Chulan beams with approval. Song Chulan enthusiastically talks about weddings and grandchildren with sparkling eyes, while Li Shishui suddenly spits out her tea in complete embarrassment. Lu Yang sits beside her, trying not to laugh, as Li Guoqing quietly watches the family conversation unfold. Li Shishui lowers her head slightly as a faint blush appears across her cheeks, after her mother excitedly talks about future children. Lu Yang notices her rare moment of embarrassment with a small, amused smile, while keeping a respectful distance. Song Chulan excitedly gestures with both hands while enthusiastically offering Lu Yang a luxury apartment, a dream car, and welcoming him into the family without asking for a bride price. Lu Yang sits frozen in disbelief, while Li Shishui covers her face in complete embarrassment. Li Guoqing calmly argues with Song Chulan across the luxurious living room, while she passionately defends Lu Yang as the perfect match for her daughter. Lu Yang quietly sips tea in the background while Li Shishui anxiously watches her parents argue. Li Shishui discreetly tugs on Lu Yang's sleeve beneath the coffee table, silently urging him to decline her mother's proposal. Instead, Lu Yang calmly looks toward Li Guoqing and sincerely says he may have nothing now, but he truly cares for Xiaoxue. Li Shishui's eyes widen in complete surprise while Song Chulan lights up with happiness. Li Guoqing sits upright with an authoritative expression, carefully questioning Lu Yang about his university major, grades, and future plans. Lu Yang answers honestly without fear, while Li Shishui secretly worries beside him. Lu Yang casually admits that his grades are average and that he occasionally skips class, causing Li Shishui to glare at him in disbelief, while Song Chulan laughs warmly and fondly recalls her daughter's own school days. Li Guoqing calmly tells Lu Yang that he doesn't oppose their relationship, but believes marriage should wait. Lu Yang respectfully nods in understanding without arguing, earning a subtle look of approval from Li Guoqing, while Li Shishui quietly watches with growing admiration. Song Chulan happily walks toward the kitchen, humming with excitement after insisting Lu Yang stay for dinner, while Li Guoqing quietly brews tea in the background. Lu Yang and Li Shishui exchange a brief glance filled with quiet mutual respect and growing trust before quickly looking away. Li Shishui secretly watches Lu Yang from across the elegant living room as he calmly enjoys a cup of tea. Her once icy expression softens into quiet curiosity and newfound respect after seeing how naturally he handled her parents. Lu Yang sits comfortably in the luxurious villa living room as glowing golden system notifications appear before him announcing mission complete and reward 5,000 yuan. He smiles to himself, secretly thrilled while everyone else continues chatting, completely unaware of the magical system. The elegant villa door opens as a sharply dressed young businessman carrying 2 luxurious gift boxes confidently steps inside. Song Chulan's cheerful smile fades while Li Guoqing calmly welcomes the unexpected visitor. Lu Yang and Li Shixue glance toward the entrance with curiosity. Zhou Yuan confidently greets Li Shixue with a polished smile before suddenly noticing Lu Yang sitting beside her. His confident expression immediately stiffens, while Li Shixue remains calm and emotionally distant. Lu Yang calmly steps forward with a warm smile and confidently shakes Zhou Yuan's hand while introducing himself as Xiao Shi's boyfriend. Li Shixue is caught completely off guard. Zhou Yuan freezes in disbelief, and Li Guoqing quietly watches everyone's reactions. Lu Yang and Zhou Yuan politely shake hands while secretly competing, both smiling outwardly as they subtly increase their grip. Their determined expressions reveal an invisible contest beneath perfect manners, while Li Shixue quietly notices the rivalry. Zhou Yuan confidently discusses his successful commercial development project with Li Guoqing, while subtly trying to impress Li Shixue by offering premium storefront opportunities. Li Guoqing listens thoughtfully, while Li Shixue remains completely uninterested, her calm expression revealing no emotion. Zhou Yuan politely invites Li Shixue to dinner to discuss business, but she calmly meets his eyes and quietly replies, "No need." Zhou Yuan's confident smile fades instantly, while Lu Yang quietly watches from the side, hiding a faint smile. As Zhou Yuan sits across the room, glowing golden system notifications suddenly appear before Lu Yang announcing a new mission to prove his relationship with Li Shixue. Lu Yang looks surprised while secretly thinking of a plan. A magnificent dining table is filled with gourmet dishes as Song Chulan enthusiastically seats Lu Yang beside Li Shixue, while Zhou Yuan is left sitting farther away across the table. Li Guoqing calmly observes everyone as quiet rivalry fills the room. Lu Yang carefully removes every bone from a piece of freshly cooked sea bass before gently placing the perfectly prepared fish into Li Shixue's bowl. She looks at him with quiet surprise, her icy expression softening for a brief moment while Song Chulan watches with proud delight. Lu Yang warmly reminds Li Shixue to take care of her stomach and remember her medicine while she blushes slightly, quietly playing along despite being surprised by his quick thinking. Song Chulan smiles with motherly joy while Li Guoqing watches thoughtfully from across the table. Hoping to impress her, Zhou Yuan politely places cilantro into Li Shixue's bowl. Without hesitation, she calmly removes every piece, replaces the entire bowl with a fresh one, and continues eating Lu Yang's fish instead. Zhou Yuan sits frozen in embarrassment, while Song Chulan awkwardly explains that Li Shixue has hated cilantro since childhood. Lu Yang carefully peels a fresh shrimp, dips it lightly in soy sauce, and gently places it into Li Shui's bowl. She looks at him with quiet surprise while Song Chulan watches with sparkling eyes and an overjoyed smile. Song Chulan happily praises Lu Yang for peeling shrimp while teasing Li Guoqing about never learning how. The elderly couple begins playfully arguing across the dinner table as everyone smiles, filling the elegant villa with warmth and laughter. Zhou Yuan quietly lowers his head while eating alone, watching Lu Yang and Li Shixue naturally interact across the dinner table. His forced smile slowly disappears as he realizes he no longer belongs in the conversation. Li Shixue quietly places a tender pork rib into Lu Yang's bowl without thinking. The moment freezes as she realizes what she has done while Lu Yang smiles naturally and thanks her with a warm glance. After realizing they have just shared food with the same chopsticks, Li Shixue lowers her gaze as a deep blush spreads across her cheeks and ears. Lu Yang calmly enjoys the meal without noticing, while Song Chulan secretly watches with an enormous satisfied smile. Song Chulan excitedly points toward Lu Yang and Li Shixue, proudly declaring they are the perfect couple, while Li Guoqing quietly continues eating with a calm expression. Lu Yang and Li Shixue exchange an awkward but warm glance before quickly looking away. Zhou Yuan silently leaves the luxurious villa, carrying disappointment on his face, while Song Chulan happily watches him go, relieved that the awkward blind date is finally over. As Li Shishui and Lu Yang step outside the magnificent villa, the front door suddenly closes and locks behind them. Both stand frozen in surprise while warm lights glow through the windows, and Song Chulan secretly smiles from inside. Standing beneath the evening sky outside the villa, Lu Yang secretly smiles as glowing golden system notifications appear before him announcing mission complete and reward 3,000 yuan. Li Shishui stands nearby, unaware of the magical golden interface floating before him. Inside the pink Porsche Panamera at night, Li Shishui drives through glowing city streets with a serious expression while Lu Yang quietly watches her, sensing the unusual silence between them. Li Shish suddenly brakes the Porsche at a quiet intersection and turns toward Lu Yang with an adorably frustrated expression after he casually mentions her mother again. Lu Yang raises his hands with an innocent smile, completely confused by her reaction. Parked beside the lively university night market, Lu Yang steps out of the pink Porsche while Li Shishui softly thanks him for everything he did that day. He smiles warmly before closing the door, and she secretly watches him for one brief moment before quickly looking away. Lu Yang opens the dormitory door only to find Wang Hao, Xu Guangkun, and Li Yunbin instantly springing into action, one pulling out a chair, another offering bottled water, and the third greeting him with exaggerated admiration. Lu Yang stands frozen in amused disbelief as the roommates treat him like a legendary hero. Lu Yang casually sits down while Xu Guangkun enthusiastically massages his shoulders, and Wang Hao and Li Yunbin surround him with excited expressions, eagerly demanding every detail about the mysterious woman who drove the pink Porsche. Lu Yang calmly drinks bottled water while casually explaining that he met the beautiful CEO online through a gaming companion service. His three roommates stare at him with sparkling eyes and completely unconvinced expressions as they imagine unbelievable romantic scenarios. Lu Yang casually hands Zhou Yuan's business card to his three roommates. They excitedly grab it, expecting the contact information of a wealthy woman, only for their smiles to instantly collapse into hilarious disappointment after discovering it belongs to a businessman. Wang Hao, Xu Guangkun, and Li Yunbin huddle together studying Zhou Yuan's business card with increasingly confused expressions before slowly convincing themselves that meeting a wealthy businessman isn't so bad either. Lu Yang watches from the side, trying not to laugh. A bustling university lecture hall fills with students as Lu Yang quietly slips into a seat in the back row where Wang Hao has saved him a place. Morning sunlight streams through large classroom windows while students chat before class begins. Just as Lu Yang prepares to nap before class begins, Wang Ziying unexpectedly walks toward him carrying her textbook before quietly sitting in the empty seat beside him. Nearby students glance over curiously while Wang Hao watches with wide eyes. Wang Ziying leans slightly toward Lu Yang with an apologetic expression as she quietly explains herself, hoping they can return to the way things once were. Lu Yang remains relaxed with his eyes half closed, listening calmly without showing emotion. Wang Jing nervously admits she believes Lu Yang hired a beautiful woman just to make her jealous. Lu Yang opens his eyes, smiles with quiet confidence, and calmly replies that she thinks far too highly of herself. Wang Jing freezes in disbelief as the classroom quietly continues around them. Wang Ziying sincerely apologizes for how she treated Lu Yang in the past and softly asks if they can be close again. Lu Yang sits upright with a calm, mature expression before politely but firmly telling her that the old him is gone. Glowing golden system notifications suddenly appear before Lu Yang during class, announcing a mission to avoid unnecessary emotional entanglements and reject ambiguous relationships. Lu Yang quietly smiles with renewed confidence. Lu Yang looks directly at Wang Ziying with a calm and peaceful smile, before telling her that he used to chase after her, but now he has completely moved on. Wang Ziying's hopeful smile slowly disappears as she realizes she has truly lost him. Wang Ziying sits silently with moist eyes and a stunned expression, realizing that despite lowering her pride and apologizing, Lu Yang no longer feels the same way. Wan Shangrong squeezes into the crowded classroom carrying a freshly bought mango pomelo sago drink with a proud smile before placing it gently in front of Wang Jing. Lu Yang casually watches the scene with complete indifference while Wang Ziying sits caught between surprise and embarrassment. Yuan Shangrong proudly places a cup of mango pomelo sago and a matching phone case in front of Wang Ziying, smiling with hopeful excitement. Lu Yang watches from nearby with an amused expression, suddenly realizing Yuan Shangrong is acting exactly like his former self. Lu Yang quietly shakes his head while watching Yuan Shangrong desperately try to impress Wang Ziying. Behind him, a faint visual flashback shows his former self carrying gifts and milk tea, emphasizing how much he has changed. Yuan Shangrong angrily demands that Lu Yang leave his seat, but before Lu Yang can respond, Wang Jing suddenly stands up for him with a firm, protective expression. Yuan Shangrong freezes in complete disbelief while nearby classmates secretly watch the unexpected confrontation. Wang Jing casually slides Yuan Shangrong's freshly bought mango pomelo sago across the desk toward Lu Yang. Lu Yang accepts it with a relaxed smile, while Yuan Shangrong sits beside them looking completely heartbroken. Lu Yang happily sips the free milk tea with complete confidence, while Wang Ziying quietly smiles beside him. Across the desk, Yuan Shangrong stares in silent disbelief, realizing the drink he waited so long to buy is now being enjoyed by someone else. Wang Ziying gently asks Lu Yang about the elegant woman who drove the pink Porsche while leaning slightly toward him with hopeful eyes. Lu Yang calmly replies without even looking up from his desk, making Wang Ziying's hopeful smile slowly fade. Wang Ziying softly invites Lu Yang to study together at the library after class while nervously holding her textbook. Lu Yang calmly declines with a peaceful smile, showing he has truly moved on, leaving Wang Jing visibly disappointed. Yuan Shangrong eagerly volunteers to tutor Wang Jing in English, raising his hand with excitement, only to be completely ignored as Wang Jing keeps her eyes fixed on Lu Yang instead. Lu Yang casually finishes his milk tea while remaining completely uninterested in the conversation. Overwhelmed by jealousy, Yuan Shangrong suddenly stands up in the middle of the crowded lecture hall, shouting, "Why?" Every student turns to stare at him in complete shock as the professor pauses the lecture with a confused expression and the classroom falls silent. Lu Yang quietly smiles at his desk as glowing golden system notifications appear before him announcing "Mission complete" and "Reward 2,000 yuan." Magical golden light reflects across his face while the rest of the classroom remains unaware. After class, Lu Yang walks through the sunny university campus while checking a message from Li Shishui on his phone asking if he is free this weekend. His relaxed smile contrasts with the bustling students around him as warm afternoon sunlight fills the scene. Lu Yang confidently smiles while typing, "I sell my talent, not my body." Meanwhile, Li Shishui sits alone in her luxurious office, reading the message before laughing in disbelief as her icy expression briefly melts into an amused smile. Inside her luxurious executive office overlooking the city skyline, Li Shishui blushes slightly while pretending to be angry as she sends Lu Yang the playful message, "Then I've changed my mind. We're not getting a divorce." She lowers her phone with a tiny smile she quickly tries to hide, hinting that her feelings are beginning to change. On a sunny university campus, Lu Yang freezes in place while staring at his phone after reading Li Shishui's shocking message. "This marriage is off." His eyes widen in disbelief as students walk past unaware of the dramatic moment. Lu Yang hurriedly types messages with a nervous expression while Li Shishu relaxes in her luxurious executive office with a confident smile, calmly replying that whether they divorce now depends entirely on his performance. Lu Yang lowers his phone with a helpless smile after surrendering in the text conversation, realizing the usually icy CEO has unexpectedly taken control of the situation. Warm afternoon sunlight shines across the university courtyard as he quietly wonders what Li Shishui is really thinking. Wang Ziying hurries after Lu Yang across the busy university campus, trying to invite him to lunch. Lu Yang politely but firmly continues walking forward without stopping, while students passing by secretly notice the unusual scene. Lu Yang suddenly tells Wang Ziying that someone is looking for her. She quickly turns around in surprise, only to discover no one is there. When she turns back, Lu Yang is already walking away with a small amused smile. Standing outside the classroom, Yuan Shangrong watches Wang Ziying desperately chasing after Lu Yang before dramatically dropping to his knees in complete despair. Nearby classmates stare in stunned disbelief while the emotional chaos unfolds. Back inside the college dormitory, Lu Yang lies on his bed, quietly studying his growing bank balance on his phone before looking thoughtfully toward the ceiling, realizing he wants something bigger than completing system missions. Lu Yang sits at his computer, surrounded by notes while researching business opportunities late into the afternoon. Charts, financial plans, and business ideas fill the screen as determination replaces uncertainty in his expression. Lu Yang stands outside the university snack street, carefully observing several crowded milk tea shops packed with long student lines. His eyes light up with inspiration as he begins imagining opening a better, more affordable shop of his own. Inside the dorm room, Lu Yang enthusiastically sketches business plans, pricing charts, store layouts, and startup budgets across his laptop, while Wang Hao leans over his shoulder with growing excitement. Wang Hao, Li Yunbin, and Xu Guangkun quietly empty their wallets and bank cards onto the dormitory desk, offering every yuan they have to help Lu Yang chase his dream. Lu Yang looks deeply moved as he realizes his roommates are willing to support him, despite having very little themselves. As evening falls, Lu Yang gently pushes the small pile of money back toward his roommates with a grateful smile before putting on his jacket. Standing in the dorm doorway, he looks toward the glowing campus streets outside, determined to find his own way to achieve his dream without burdening anyone else. Lu Yang slowly walks through the bustling commercial street outside the university, carefully studying every storefront with determined eyes. Students crowd the sidewalks while colourful shop signs glow under the afternoon sun, marking the beginning of his entrepreneurial journey. Lu Yang stands outside the ideal corner storefront, imagining a thriving milk tea shop as students stream past. His hopeful smile fades after reading the large "For Rent" sign displaying the enormous monthly rent. Lu Yang wanders through narrow side streets lined with aging storefronts, comparing tiny second-floor shops and hidden alley locations before quietly shaking his head. The warm afternoon light contrasts with his growing frustration, highlighting the difficult reality of starting a business. As Lu Yang stands alone beneath the evening sky, glowing golden system notifications suddenly appear before him, announcing a new mission to find a job within 24 hours. His expression shifts from disbelief to thoughtful determination. Another golden system notification reveals a tenfold reward multiplier, instantly transforming Lu Yang's expression from stubborn refusal to enthusiastic determination. He raises one fist dramatically toward the sky with a huge grin, humorously declaring his newfound love for working. Sitting on a park bench near campus, Lu Yang scrolls through countless job listings on his phone before suddenly stopping at Snowy Region Group, financial analysis intern. His eyes light up with renewed hope as the evening sunlight glows around him. Lu Yang smiles in surprise as his phone instantly displays an interview invitation from Snowy Region Group only moments after submitting his resume. Reflections of the city skyline shimmer behind him while he quietly senses that fate may finally be changing. Back inside the college dormitory, Lu Yang calmly announces that he has an interview with Snowy Region Group. Wang Hao nearly drops the sausage from his mouth while Li Yunbin and Xu Guangkun stare at him with wide-eyed disbelief. Wang Hao excitedly leaps from the top bunk while dramatically explaining how prestigious Snowy Region Group is, gesturing wildly as Lu Yang quietly smiles with humble confidence. Across the dorm room, Xu Guangkun hides beneath his blanket with his phone, smiling uncontrollably while the glowing screen lights up his face. Lu Yang, Wang Hao, and Li Yunbin exchange suspicious looks after recognizing the unmistakable grin of someone secretly texting. Wang Hao and Li Yunbin dramatically pounce onto Xu Guangkun's bed while he desperately clutches his phone beneath the blanket, trying to protect it. Lu Yang watches from the side laughing as the dorm erupts into complete chaos. The roommates finally grab Xu Guangkun's phone and freeze in complete disbelief after discovering he has been chatting with Zhou Yuan, the wealthy real estate executive. Xu Guangkun blushes while proudly insisting he's simply expanding his network, leaving the other three roommates staring speechlessly at him. Liu Yang stands beneath the towering 50-story Snowy Region Group headquarters, gazing up at the shimmering glass skyscraper reflecting the morning's sun. The massive financial center dwarfs him, symbolizing the enormous opportunity and challenge ahead. Inside the luxurious corporate lobby, Liu Yang confidently approaches two elegantly dressed receptionists behind a polished marble desk. The sleek interior and bustling white-collar professionals create an intimidating but inspiring corporate atmosphere. Outside the interview room on the 32nd floor, Liu Yang quietly sits among sharply dressed candidates carrying impressive resumes while they confidently discuss prestigious universities and work experience. Liu Yang remains calm, despite realizing he is the least qualified on paper. Inside the conference room, the interviewer slowly flips through Liu Yang's nearly blank resume before raising an eyebrow with obvious disappointment. Liu Yang calmly sits across the table, refusing to show fear despite the uncomfortable silence. The arrogant interviewer casually tosses Liu Yang's resume onto the conference table and coldly tells him to leave before asking a single interview question. Liu Yang's calm expression slowly hardens as frustration replaces patience. Liu Yang confidently challenges the interviewer's unfair judgment, speaking firmly while the arrogant manager leans back with a mocking smile. The female HR interviewer watches in stunned silence as the tense confrontation escalates. Liu Yang stands confidently across the conference table, calmly questioning why the company even interviews students if resumes alone decide everything. The interviewer's face twists with anger while everyone in the room falls silent. The furious interviewer leaps to his feet, pointing toward the conference room door while shouting for Liu Yang to leave. Liu Yang remains completely composed before calmly calling him an idiot, leaving the entire room frozen in disbelief. Just as security is about to be called, the conference room doors slowly open as Li Shui enters wearing an elegant black business skirt suit, silver earrings, and a perfectly composed expression. Every employee instantly stands at attention while the atmosphere becomes completely silent. Liu Yang stares at Li Shui in complete disbelief as she calmly meets his eyes across the conference room. For a brief moment, the noisy office seems to disappear as both silently recognize each other while carefully hiding their relationship from everyone else. Li Shui quietly picks up Liu Yang's resume and carefully reads every page while the arrogant interviewer confidently explains his accusations. Liu Yang stands silently watching her, unable to predict whether she will support him or protect the company's reputation. Li Shui calmly closes the resume before asking Liu Yang if he has anything to add. Liu Yang looks at her with stunned realization as he finally understands the truth. His temporary wife is actually the powerful president of Snowy Region Group. The interviewers stand frozen in confusion, completely unaware of the shocking secret between them. Liu Yang and Li Shui lock eyes across the conference table in complete silence. Time seems to freeze as neither expected to meet here, while the interviewers remain completely unaware of the secret relationship between them. Zhao Li confidently points toward Liu Yang while demanding that he be permanently blacklisted from the financial industry. Liu Yang remains calm despite the severe accusation, while Li Shui's expression slowly grows colder. Li Shui turns toward Zhao Li with an icy stare and calmly asks, "What professional questions did you ask him?" Zhao Li instantly freezes as sweat forms on his forehead, realizing he has no answer. Under Li Shui's relentless questioning, Zhao Li reluctantly admits he never asked Liu Yang a single professional question. Every interviewer lowers their head while the conference room falls into complete silence. Li Shui gracefully sits in the interview chair herself, crossing her legs confidently as she opens Liu Yang's resume. Liu Yang sits across from her with renewed confidence while everyone else watches in stunned disbelief. Li Shui asks Liu Yang an advanced financial analysis question normally reserved for experienced professionals. Zhao Li's confident expression instantly disappears while Liu Yang calmly thinks through his answer with quiet determination. Liu Yang confidently explains how affordable milk tea brands can dominate an underserved market while speaking with passion and conviction. Li Shui listens intently with growing admiration as the interviewers stare in surprise at the unexpected insight. Li Shishui calmly closes Lu Yang's resume with a composed smile before simply saying, "You're hired." Lu Yang looks pleasantly surprised while Zhao Li and the interview panel stare in complete disbelief. Zhao Li desperately protests the decision while Li Shishui remains perfectly calm, looking at him with unwavering authority as she explains that Lu Yang has already demonstrated the ability she was looking for. Li Shishui quietly looks up from the interview documents and calmly announces Zhao Li's dismissal. The room freezes as Zhao Li's confident expression shatters into complete shock, unable to believe what he just heard. Zhao Li desperately pleads to keep his job, emotionally explaining the 3 years he devoted to the company. Li Shishui listens without changing her expression, her calm authority making the heartbreaking moment even more powerful. Li Shishui coldly reminds Zhao Li not to take the company-owned potted plant from his desk when he leaves. Zhao Li stands completely speechless, while every employee in the room quietly realizes just how decisive their president truly is. After the conference room empties, Li Shishui quietly dismisses every interviewer before lifting her eyes toward Lu Yang and softly saying, "You stay." The large executive conference room becomes silent as the door slowly closes behind the others, leaving only the two of them facing each other with countless unspoken thoughts. The conference room door quietly closes behind the departing employees. Lu Yang slumps into his chair with a long sigh of relief, while Li Shishui stands elegantly by the floor-to-ceiling window, replying to messages on her phone. The morning sunlight fills the luxurious room, creating a peaceful contrast after the tense interview. Lu Yang sincerely thanks Li Shishui for protecting him during the interview, calling her Xiao Shui. She instantly turns around with a flustered, icy glare, insisting that he call her Li Shishui. Their playful argument breaks the remaining tension between them. Lu Yang stares at Li Shishui in disbelief after realizing she is the powerful president of Snowy Region Group. He struggles to process the fact that his temporary wife secret runs one of the city's largest companies, while she calmly watches his stunned reaction. With childlike curiosity, Lu Yang happily spins around in the oversized executive leather chair, testing its smooth wheels while admiring the luxurious conference room. Li Shishui stands nearby with folded arms, trying very hard not to lose her patience. Lu Yang casually samples the premium bottled water on the conference table while admiring the beautiful city skyline outside the windows. Li Shishui watches in speechless disbelief as he treats the executive conference room like a sightseeing tour. Lu Yang innocently points toward Li Shishui's luxurious CEO seat and jokingly suggests they switch places. Li Shishui immediately freezes before giving him an utterly unamused stare, making the entire room feel hilariously awkward. Li Shishui finally raises her voice, telling Lu Yang he came for a job interview, not a sightseeing trip. Lu Yang smiles sheepishly before quietly returning to his original seat while trying to suppress his laughter. Li Shishui stands confidently beside the conference table, explaining the strict rules of their relationship inside the company, president and employee only. Lu Yang listens attentively before accidentally blurting out, "Wife?" causing Li Shishui to blush while nervously glancing toward the conference room door. After being scolded again, Lu Yang immediately straightens his posture and respectfully salutes with a playful grin before calling her President Li. Li Shishui struggles to maintain her serious CEO expression, despite secretly finding his reaction amusing. Li Shishui firmly hands Lu Yang his employment documents while calmly explaining that he earned the internship through his own ability, not because of their unusual relationship. Lu Yang smiles with quiet confidence, showing he completely understands. While filling out his employment paperwork, Lu Yang pauses at the marital status section before looking toward Li Shishui with a mischievous smile. She quietly looks away with slightly flushed cheeks as he calmly writes, "Married." As Lu Yang finishes completing his onboarding forms, Li Shishui secretly glances up from her phone several times, quietly watching him fidget, shake his leg, and absent-mindedly chew on his pen cap. A faint smile almost appears before she quickly hides it behind her composed CEO expression. Just as Lu Yang reaches the conference room door, Li Shishui casually reminds him not to forget what he promised this weekend. Lu Yang turns back with a confused smile, pretending he has already forgotten, while Li Shishui stares at him in complete disbelief. Inside the executive conference room, Lu Yang turns back toward Li Shishui with an innocent smile, claiming he has forgotten about the weekend. Li Shishui's beautiful face instantly darkens as she realizes he is teasing her on purpose. Li Shishui folds her arms and reminds Lu Yang that he promised to help her, only for him to mischievously reply that if she refuses to divorce, he'll simply stay married. Li Shishui stares at him in complete disbelief, while Lu Yang grins with playful confidence. Li Shishui strides confidently toward Lu Yang in her elegant black business suit, intending to intimidate him. Instead, Lu Yang calmly steps forward until they are standing only inches apart. She instinctively blushes and loses her composure for the first time. After a long, silent stare, Li Shishui reluctantly lowers her pride and softly says, "Please," while avoiding Lu Yang's eyes. Lu Yang smiles with satisfied amusement as she finally gives in. Lu Yang happily accepts Li Shishui's reluctant request with a playful smile while she folds her arms, pretending to remain annoyed even though her expression has softened. Gentle chemistry fills the conference room as sunlight streams through the floor-to-ceiling windows. Li Shishui calmly explains the weekend plans, reminding Lu Yang that she will personally pick him up and asking him to behave properly in front of her parents. Lu Yang confidently gives a thumbs up, promising he knows exactly how to charm people. Just as Lu Yang reaches the conference room door, he suddenly turns around with a mischievous grin and jokingly asks whether Li Shishui's offer to give him the CEO position is still valid. Li Shishui freezes for a split second before her patience finally snaps. Li Shishui points dramatically toward the conference room door with flushed cheeks, loudly shouting, "Get out!" Lu Yang laughs and quickly slips into the hallway. Outside the conference room, nervous interview candidates and employees secretly whisper among themselves while watching Lu Yang walk out. They glance toward the closed conference room doors, trying to guess why the company president personally interviewed an intern. Employees gather in small groups throughout the executive hallway after hearing that Zhao Li was fired on the spot. Everyone watches Lu Yang with astonished curiosity, wondering who this mysterious college student really is. Walking through the bright financial district, Lu Yang suddenly stops as glowing golden system notifications appear announcing "Mission complete" and a spectacular 30,000 yuan reward. His eyes light up with excitement as magical golden particles swirl around him. Returning to the university cafeteria carrying a lunch tray, Lu Yang quietly smiles to himself while imagining his growing startup fund. Busy students laugh and chat around him, completely unaware that he has just earned enough money to move one step closer to his entrepreneurial dream. At a crowded cafeteria table, Wang Hao leaps to his feet. Xu Guangkun drops his chopsticks in shock, and Li Yunbin stares with his mouth wide open after Lu Yang casually reveals that he not only passed the Snowy Region Group interview but already signed the employment contract. Lu Yang calmly continues eating his lunch as if nothing extraordinary happened. Lu Yang casually reveals that his internship pays 15,000 yuan a month while calmly eating his lunch. Wang Hao, Xu Guangkun and Li Yunbin freeze in complete shock, their chopsticks suspended in midair. Wang Hao and Li Yunbin excitedly imagine Lu Yang becoming a full-time employee at Snowy Region Group, while Lu Yang simply smiles and continues eating, clearly focused on bigger dreams beyond corporate life. Wang Ziying enters the bustling cafeteria with several classmates, while Yuan Shangrong follows closely behind carrying 2 cups of milk tea. Lu Yang notices them from across the room, but calmly continues eating without the slightest reaction. Wang Ziying approaches Lu Yang with a hopeful expression after spotting him, only to find him completely focused on his meal. She quietly sits across from him, while Yuan Shangrong awkwardly follows behind carrying the untouched milk tea. Wang Ziying sadly explains to her classmates that every internship application she has submitted has been ignored. She stares down at her phone with disappointment while her friends sympathetically try to comfort her. Yuan Shangrong proudly offers Wang Ziying a job at his father's resource recycling company, standing confidently with his chest puffed out. Wang Hao nearly spits out his soup after realizing what that actually means. Wang Hao grins mischievously while joking that Yuan Shangrong's family simply collects scrap metal. Yuan Shangrong turns bright red with embarrassment as nearby classmates desperately try to suppress their laughter. Wang Hao jokingly asks whether Wang Ziying would be sorting trash for Yuan Shangrong's family business. Wang Ziying immediately frowns in disgust, while Yuan Shangrong nervously realizes he has completely lost the conversation. Feeling humiliated, Yuan Shangrong angrily points toward Lu Yang and Wang Hao, mocking them as poor nobodies who belong to the beggars' sect. Lu Yang calmly continues eating without looking up, making Yuan Shangrong even more frustrated. Wang Hao suddenly stands up proudly and announces that Lu Yang has officially been accepted by Snowy Region Group. The entire cafeteria instantly falls silent as every student turns toward Lu Yang in complete disbelief. Yuan Shangrong bursts into laughter while confidently explaining why someone like Lu Yang could never join Snowy Region Group, dramatically listing prestigious universities and impossible hiring standards. The surrounding classmates quietly nod in agreement while Lu Yang remains completely calm. Lu Yang quietly raises his eyes from his lunch as everyone argues around him about whether he truly joined Snowy Region Group. He remains relaxed and unbothered while the entire cafeteria buzzes with disbelief, ending the chapter on a confident cliffhanger.